The U.S. says Muammar Gaddafi has lost his grip on reality after the Libyan leader told the Western media that his people love him and there's been no uprising in Tripoli.
The U.S. is moving ships and warplanes closer to Libya as it discusses military options with its allies in dealing with Gaddafi.
It is time for Gaddafi to go, now, without further violence or delay.
U.S. Secretary of State Hillary Clinton didn't mince her words when asked about Libyan leader Muammar Gaddafi at a UN Human Rights Council meeting. Things are getting more violent by the day in the North African country. Rebels have taken control of several cities and towns in the east, while forces loyal to Gaddafi have been defending his stronghold in the capital, Tripoli. In his first interviews given to Western media since the revolt broke out, Gaddafi denied there had been any protests in Tripoli, insisting that all his people love him and would die to protect him. He challenged those who have accused him of keeping money abroad to produce evidence before he put two fingers in their eye. Gaddafi accused Western countries of betraying Libya and wanting to colonize his country. The U.S. says the interviews are proof that Gaddafi has lost touch with reality.
It sounds just frankly delusional. And when he can laugh in talking to American and international journalists while he is slaughtering his own people, it only underscores how unfit he is to lead and how disconnected he is from reality.
Apart from the rhetoric, the U.S. is sending warships and warplanes to the region, preparing for the worst. Washington has said military options are on the table, and it's working with allies to impose a no-fly zone over Libya to stop Gaddafi's regime from bombing his own people.
There will be a day of reckoning, and the reach of international justice can be long. We must now maintain the momentum we have attained to ensure there can be no impunity for crimes committed in Libya and to help bring about an immediate end to the violence.
In a bid to calm the unrest, Gaddafi's government has been handing out $400 to each family in Tripoli, as promised. The money is supposed to alleviate the stress of the crisis as well as cover rising food costs.
I don't know what's happening, but most of the people are nervous from the situation.
The EU has approved a package of sanctions against Libya, which includes an arms embargo and bans on travel. The UN Security Council and the US had earlier imposed their own sanctions on the country on top of freezing Gaddafi's family assets. The world body estimates that more than 110,000 people have already fled the country into Tunisia and Egypt. An international criminal court prosecutor has promised to open a full investigation into Libya in the next few days.